Victim's loved ones tell our Bria Jones it was her teen brother who pulled the trigger.
I never thought it'd come to that extent where someone would get killed.
In Milwaukee, a man accused of killing his 4-year-old son appeared in court for the first time this morning.
Milwaukee.
Not a tragedy. This was an assassination. And if the allegations in this complaint are true, and you are still afforded the right to the presumption of evidence, but if these allegations are true, you are a baby killer. And the only thing worse than a baby killer is a person that kills their own baby.
Taylor was
a hole in the back of his head. Like, a hole was in the back of this baby's head. And she's
18-year-old is dead after a shooting. Milwaukee police are calling unintentional.
5 people, including a Milwaukee woman, are dead after an apparent murder-suicide in an Atlanta apartment.
What it is, y'all, what it do, man? It's your favorite blogger from the bottom, man, your boy OG Big Meaty, man, with another episode of Uncommon Nonsense, man. Listen, man, on today's show, man, I want to give y'all a brief warning, man, because today's show we will deviate from regularly scheduled program. And I know that everybody who's watching this show is used to it for the political commentary. I know you guys like when I, kick the political commentary, kick a little satire, a few jokes in there. But today's episode is going to be of a much more serious nature. Of course, it's going to have political connotations, but it's also going to be focusing more on American culture and the culture within the Black community. Because what's happening here, y'all, is we have a huge increase in violent crimes towards Black women and Black children in particular, almost reaching record highs. And no one's talking about this. There's no mainstream media. I don't see no news on none of this. And it's happening all over the world, because when I was preparing for this topic, I was researching it, of course, and I ran across this same epidemic being displayed all across these great United States. And it was sad to me that it wasn't getting no national or international attention. Like all of these women getting killed by their boyfriends or getting killed by their brothers, and all these kids being killed by their parents. And it's just crazy to me. It's something that I never thought I would witness in the Black community. And then when I was researching this, what I found out was that this happens. It's been happening. This trend has been trending upwards for the last 10 years. So, which made me look at it from a cultural perspective. Like, what is this culturally that's happening within the Black community, where man is no longer protecting women, man is no longer protecting the children. Matter of fact, they're being the perpetrator of the violence of these Black queens and these Black kids. So doing the research of this, I end up looking for clips. So I end up typing in women killed or hurt in violent domestic dispute. I couldn't believe how many examples of just this year, how many examples that the computer spit out to me of women being killed. And then what was so even more crazy to me, like it was so many cases just in my area, just locally, it was so many cases that occurred just this year that there's nowhere in the world. So I decided that I'm going to cover just the local cases, y'all. And it's going to be a couple. I think it's a Michigan case in there. I think it's an Illinois case in there, man, of some recent incidents between women and violence. I think I put those in there just to show you that, just to give you guys a sense that this is happening in urban areas all across the United States of America. And no one's addressing this. No one's concerned of it. No one's concerned with it. And that worries me. So that's what we're going to talk about today, y'all. And I will give you guys a warning, like these videos will be done. They will share graphic details of violence. So I'm letting you guys know these stories will be heart-wrenching and heartbreaking. So I'm giving you guys a warning before we get started. So I'm giving you guys a warning so we can go on and get this started, man. And we start out with this first story, man, of this Milwaukee woman who moved to Atlanta for a better life. And this is what happened to this woman who just relocated, who just moved out of Milwaukee to try to experience a better life. Listen to her fate.
5 people, including a Milwaukee woman, are dead after an apparent murder-suicide in an Atlanta apartment. This happened Saturday night. Police finding 43-year-old Molly Johnson dead, along with a 1-year-old boy, 5-year-old girl, and 32-year-old man with fatal gunshot wounds. According to police, Johnson dated the man and they lived together. Our affiliate in Georgia talking to neighbors who were shocked something like this, so horrible, could happen in their backyard.
It gives me anxiety kind of because like I literally live right next to it, and just to think that 2 kids could lose their life is kind of like traumatizing.
Like traumatizing, man. To just be living next door, man, and see these 2 kids you probably see outside playing all the time, man. And then just wake up, man, to red and blue lights and yellow tape, man, at your neighbor's house, man. And then to tragically discover that the whole family has been murdered by the boyfriend. I'm talking about the mother, the kid, and the 2 grandkids, and of course, the boyfriend who killed himself. 5 black lives gone. Gone. And we would never know why. We would never know why for so many reasons. Not just because dude killed himself so he can't give us a motive, but we would never know why because no one wants to ever discuss why. No one cares about what's happening in the black community with all this violence, all this increase in violence towards women and kids. I mean, because I'm the only one talking about it. And I got 58 subscribers. So you got all the people out there with those big platforms with all those subscribers not even touching that. It's like they're not even concerned about it. And I can't even for the life of me figure that out because these supposed to be the pro-black advocates of America. And can't even talk about this type of crap. And you know why they don't want to talk about it? I'm going to tell you why they don't want to talk about it. Because if they talk about it, they will have to talk about it in terms of accountability. Because you can't watch tragic stories like this and blame this on slavery or blame this on racism. No, because this touches home. This your sister, this your cousin, this your neighbor. This old girl used to live down the street from you. This like, damn, dude killed them, man. I knew something was funny about dude. This is all you hear in the black community. I knew he was a funny acting nigga anyway. I told her I didn't trust that nigga anyway. This is the response to this type of tragedy in this community. And that's why I talk about issues like this from a cultural perspective, because these are cultural issues. We shouldn't even be discussing tragedies like this in that type of manner. We should be disgusted. We should be protesting. No, think of that as an idea for black people. We should be protesting. We should be on the front lines combating this garbage. I mean, come on, man. If the dudes are not going to protect and provide for the women, at least don't go kill them. If they the ones holding our race down, they the one keeping us from extinction. And now y'all want to kill them? I mean, don't y'all think it's already sad enough, y'all, that we're already the #1 cause of death for black men? Now you want black on black crime to be the #1 cause of death for now women and children? Because that's clearly the path we're traversing. Like there's been an increase in violence towards women and kids for years now. And the only time it stopped or crest was during the pandemic. But now the numbers are rising once again. And then I know the number was rising. Because mostly the stories I'm sharing with y'all just happened in my small city. I got a population of 500,000 people. We didn't even go to Chicago, to New York, to LA, to Houston, to Dallas. We didn't even research the stories there. And I'm sure there's just as many stories there. So all these stories are tragically from my local area, from my local community. And if y'all think that's crazy, man, I find this story. I clip this story like, oh, we're going to talk about that story because I want to know why is these women being killed by their boyfriends. So right after I hear that story, right after I clip that story, another story pops up. So then I had to clip that. Now check this one out, y'all. This is even more recent. This is the last few weeks here. Check this out.
And say 34-year-old Victoria Truss was a mother, sister, daughter, and friend. They say her life was taken senselessly, and now her family is left to cope with this tragedy.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Body camera video captures the moment a Shorewood officer was shot while responding to a fatal shooting near a Shorewood home early Thursday morning. The officer who was hit is okay, while that home is now surrounded by flowers to honor the victim of the initial shooting, 34-year-old Victoria Truss.
When your family, you gone off this earth and your family here to plan a funeral, it left a hole in our heart.
Dominique Jones says Truss was like a sister to her.
It doesn't feel real. It's still like I'm still stuck in a dream, and every time I go on Facebook, I can't escape it. It's everywhere.
She says the man who police suspect of killing Truss and firing at police was Truss's boyfriend.
He actually killed a lot of us.
You damn right, sister.
The medical examiner's office identified the suspect as 34-year-old Michael Griffin. He initially got away from police in Shorewood Thursday, but was later spotted driving and led police on a chase. That chase ended in a shootout in Milwaukee, and police killed Griffin.
See, this is crazy, man. One case after another of a man killing his girl. A black man killing a sister. Taking her away from her kids. In the second case, he didn't kill the kids. In the first case, he even took the kids away. It's crazy that I'm even saying that. But the second case, he go kill a woman, shoot at officers, go on a high-speed chase, get caught and get killed by police. Like, it's just something about this that just is something culturally corrupt about this crap. Some of this stuff don't appear black to me. Culturally speaking, I mean. Some of this stuff is very indicative of corruption. You could see. Because me growing up, man, it was like even, man, when I was on the streets, man, even when I was gang banging and everything, man, it was just something so secret about, it was just something even then that was sacred about women and kids, man. I remember a couple of the guys, man, got into some beef with some people, man, and ended up, man, accidentally killing a girl, man. And even though those guys was considered real niggas, so we kind of knew they was by accident, we know, because real niggas didn't believe in kicking it like that. So we kind of knew it was by accident. It still left a stain on them guys' character and them guys' reputation because you still killed the girl. Like, that's how frowned upon this type of behavior was back in my day. But then what you get now? You got women raising men, and you got beta men attempting to raise men. I don't know which one of those the worse, a female or a man with female qualities trying to raise a boy and male. You're probably going to get the same results because it's pretty obvious that these guys have no emotional intelligence, no emotional control. Because you could tell this type of demonic thinking has to be a complete corruption of morals here. There's nowhere in the world, man. Like there's nowhere in the world like somebody shouldn't be looking at the culture and like, how is this possible? In today's black community, how is this type of nonsense still possible? Not only is it still possible, it is happening more and more often, y'all. It is becoming normal. We're not even talking about it. They're not even talking about it on national news. Hell, they're not even talking about it on your social media, guys, on your social media platforms. Because no one wants to address the elephant in the room. And I can tell you what it is. It's black culture is perverted. It's a culture of dependency, a culture of victim standing, a culture of violence, a culture of wretchedness, a culture of detachment. No communal responsibility no more. These new generations of black folks is completely detached from family, community, and responsibility. They're completely detached from it. And it's a direct result of our parenting, and it's a direct result of our parents failing to parent us. But we have a level of detachment, of cultural detachment in the black community that is causing harm, that is damn near leading us to damn near extinctions. I mean, this level of harm is can be drastic. Like, do you hear me? Like, come on, y'all. Like we're gonna kill the women. We're gonna kill the kids. So we're gonna kill the future and the vessel for the future to come in. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come on, black folk, man. Look at the cultural corruption, man. Look at that. Like women, you can't keep taking these kids away from their father. You can't keep telling these kids or these kids' daddy to stop being rough with their boys. You got to stop thinking that you're doing a good thing for your kids by telling their father to stop being rough with them. That is what a father does. A woman provides nurturing. A man provides discipline and direction. See, if a child well-being is going to be completely covered by nothing but nurturing, where's the lessons? Where's the lessons? Where's the accountability? You guys are just raising these emotional ass boys, trying to make kindly, gentler man. You're raising these emotional boys, and I'm telling you, if you have an emotional boy or emotional man, you have a dangerous situation. This is why you don't allow a boy to be emotional. Damn sure not grow up emotional. This is why you could tell that type of behavior at a young age. If you're a father raising your boy, you tell him, boy, what is you crying for? Wipe your eyes. You ain't no damn girl. And you make that distinction right away because you let them know they got roles and responsibilities that's different from anybody else in this family, in this house, in this country, in this world. This is how you teach your son. And you stand on that. Because how else do this young man learn how to appropriate his emotions? You have to learn how to, you can't take something small and make it huge if you're a boy. Like, you got to know how to appropriate your emotions. You got to know, man, it's a stinger. It's not a lifetime of hurt. So why would I go and create a lifetime of hurt for something that's temporary? But these kids don't know no distinction. Any hurt to them, any emotional pinch or strain to them is traumatic. And as a result, we get this. And then check this one. Check this one out, y'all. Don't nobody even know why this dude even killed this girl. He just got in some girl's business and just left this girl dead. Like, this is crazy.
20-year-old woman is dead after she was shot twice last night here near 78th and Eberhard. Police tell us she was arguing with a group of women when a man walked up and shot her in the face and then ran away. She later died at the hospital, and that shooter got away.
Just come on, y'all. Come on, man. It's a 20-year-old girl, man, just minding her business, man. Approached by some girls, and some dude come out of nowhere and shoot this girl in the face. A dude. What is up with these dudes killing these women? I'm telling you why they in their girly body. These dudes, the answer is twofold, y'all. Is that the dudes is too much like women and the women too much like men. So now these girly men are looking at these women, and these women are just as aggressive as some men out here. So they looking at these women as just as big as a threat as a man, because these women got masculine characteristics. You know, these boss independent bitches, they got these masculine characteristics. So, and these men with the girl characteristic, they automatically scared of the woman with the manly characteristics. They terrified. So of course they go back in the house with a gun and kill everybody. Cause they little squares is too scared to check his woman. You too scared to check your woman and get your woman in order. Is you gotta go and kill everybody, including yourself. Man, you people are pathetic, man. And I'm telling you, y'all keep promoting and keep advocating for this corrupt ass culture, man. This shit is gonna persistently keep happening. As long as we stay attached to this bullshit culture that is not ours. Mind you, this culture was bred from liberal ideas with the intention of destroying and keeping the black mind and potential fucking suppressed. And yes, y'all heard it right. I said the liberal ideas is what corrupted our culture. Some Republicans, some conservatives too. But I'm not talking about parties. I'm talking about ideals. It's that liberal idea, that feminist movement is what turned all you feminine women into alphas now. It's that LGBTQ attachment that we have in our black community that's turning some of these boys into women. And I mean that literally. I don't know what you people think we're gonna get with women being men and men being women. I don't think how y'all think we survive that. I don't even know how y'all figure we can survive that. If what's happening now, if what we talking about right now ain't the signs of an existential threat to our community and to our culture and even fact into our country, man, y'all better start reassessing what's going on, man. Y'all sitting up here talking about getting you people sitting up fucking on social media, man, with all these followers, man, talking about how to fucking get capital business financing and all this shit, man. Y'all better start teaching people some characters and some fucking principles, man. Man, if you guys are so huge advocates for black growth and black achievement and black excellence, well, you better start telling your black folks the truth. Because the truth is, all this shit is our fault. Because even if we was infiltrated, we allowed it. We put our guards down. They gave us Section 8. They gave us some snaps. They gave us some Medicaid. They gave us some Social Security. Shit, we ain't stopped hugging and thanking them goddamn liberals yet. Don't make no goddamn sense, man. They gave us a dime. They gave us a little nothing to get us to relinquish a hell of a lot. Do you understand? Every time, man, y'all go and get and sign up to get on SSI, man, don't you understand that once you get on SSI, once you get government program and government entitlements, don't you motherfucking people know that shit right there kicks you out of the American dream, out of the American economy? You can't participate. You can't participate in making your life better because you already committed to this $900 a month. You and your 4 kids. But y'all good because y'all paying $128 for rent in this Section 8 house that your baby daddy can't stay with you in. Like, come on, black folk, man. Please look at what's happening, man. These are cultural ills. This is us holding on attached to a culture that ain't ours. Look at hip hop. Look at the current state of hip hop. This is none of this shit that hip hop is talking about is cultural applicable now. And we latch on to this shit. Not only that, we act like hip hop is what defines our culture. As if hip hop shouldn't be what it was and just an expression of our culture. Now we are letting hip hop design our culture. And so we got a whole bunch of beta little boys controlling hip hop, controlling our culture, shaping our culture. And these are the results, man. And listen, y'all, I'm not even close to done. And this video already been 23 minutes. And I'm not even close to done, y'all. Check out this next one. Look at this little sister, man, with all the potential in the world, man. Was probably finna go represent for the community, man. Life cut short, man, by some goddamn idiots, man.
10-year-old Brene Beasley died in a shooting Friday night. Her cousin says she was a college student studying nursing with a 4.0. He wrote she did everything right, and still, the city failed to protect her.
Nobody wants to wake up to this. Nobody wants to go to sleep to it.
Family says Veasley was trying to enjoy her time out of school at a teen party when she was shot. Police responded to this Milwaukee strip mall near 85th and West Brown Deer Road before 11 p.m. After something went wrong, bullets started flying. Teens scrambled to dodge bullets.
If you think that you got to pull out a gun to solve an issue, you know what I mean? You probably got to second guess your problem solving skills.
Now, come on, guys. That brother concluded that the best way you can, man. If you think you need to resolve to violence, to conflict resolve, then you need to work on that skill, man. And these things are not being taught no more, man. All the kids are being raised by all the women, man. And all the women are being raised by the other women, man. And so what you do, you have this perpetual misplacement of responsibilities. I mean, you see how many times you done seen some star athlete or somebody, man, get on the stand, man, and say, thank you, Mom, for being my mom and my dad. See, I'm gonna tell you, something so fucked up. It gotta be such a crazy level of perversion in your culture when you consider your mom and your dad. And I know your mom probably suffered through some tough shit, man, to get you where you at, but your mom is not your dad. Boy. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. A dad 10 minutes can be worth a mama 10 years. The level of influence a dad have on a child, he can get that goal accomplished in 10 minutes that it probably will take a woman to do it in 10 years. I don't even understand why these sisters and shit, why they keep thinking, man, that they can raise these kids by themselves, man. I don't understand why, and I don't understand why they don't just understand the most simplest of logic is that y'all keep deciding that y'all gonna raise these kids by y'all motherfucking self. Y'all ain't even thinking like y'all creating these kids that y'all don't like. Like you saying you don't like your baby daddy. Your baby daddy is usually the result of exactly what you doing to your kids. Probably got raised by his mom, and his mama probably shook his daddy like, fuck that nigga, getting on my nerves, I'm tired of his ass. Cause this is how easy. This is how corrupt our culture is. This is how women in relationships. Now, oh, I'm unhappy. You're not paying, you're not giving me enough attention. You're not doing this. Girl, I just worked for 16 fucking hours. You think I'm gonna just fucking rub your feet for another 4? Like, it's crazy. But families are being split up because of this crap have corrupted our culture. Because women sit back here demanding everything from their man. I mean, boy, not only do I want you to go out there and build me an empire, I want you to rub my feet, massage me, kiss me, fuck me good, suck me good. I want you to sing me a song. I want you to write a letter. I want you to do that. I want you to send me flowers. I want you to take me out on a date. All of that just to keep me. Women, are y'all crazy? There's no real man that's going to put up with that. Not under no circumstance, not even if you got his kid, there's no real man finna tolerate disrespect. See, that's the type of shit that a man's supposed to be teaching your boy. Boy, you don't tolerate no disrespect. It don't mean you kill somebody because somebody disrespect you. Just simply mean you don't tolerate it. You don't choose a disrespectful woman. No one teaches nobody that, but I mean, just one quick one. Like, sister, if it take man and woman to create a baby, would it only make sense that it take man and woman to raise a baby? Miss Independent? If you can't independently create a baby, what make you think you can independently raise a baby? Somebody answer that for me in the comment box, you Miss Independent women. And listen, y'all, I know y'all like, damn, this long, I still got clips. And all of this is local shit, y'all. This is how sad this is. Here we go with the next one.
Vehicle shot 19 times with a woman inside. It left a 56-year-old woman dead. Now 2 people are facing charges in the killing near 107th and Stark in Milwaukee. Investigators believe the victim, Dolores Israel, had been living in the car with her adult nonverbal son. Amarion Washington is charged with reckless homicide in this case. Henry Tyler with harboring a felon. Prosecutors say Washington told police they went to the location after someone called them about a suspicious car parked in front of their house. And when they approached the vehicle, the complaint says a woman screamed and started to drive away. That's when prosecutors say Washington and a third person opened fire.
And see, and here this woman is just in her car with her son. Some idiots get a phone call, man, it's a suspicious car in the hood. They come right up, the lady's leaving, they shoot the car 19, 20 times, 20 shots, kill a woman. Just no. Oh man, I don't know what could be said about this. Like, who goes and assess a threat that incorrectly except before some fools who have no sense of how to make correct threat assessments? Like, idiot, like that car parked over there could have been any, could have been the police. Why would you go over there without making the correct threat assessments? Because you could have easily told that it was a woman and her handicapped son. And all of this could have been avoided, young men. But now everybody's life is ruined as a result of this corrupt ass culture. No one's teaching this. No one's not even allowed to teach this in our culture. Even if you are an active father, the baby mama is always telling you, oh my God, you're too rough on him. Oh my God, you're too rough on her. You got to stop being so rough. That stuff we was taught, that stuff was terrible. We can't raise our kids like this. And then you end up with this soft ass son. And you sit up here looking at your son as he grow older, 13 or 14, and you question like, what the fuck are you making all these soft ass decisions, boy? Why'd you acting like a girl? Why you examining woman traits? Like, what the hell is going on? Why is it more important for you to look good than do good? Oh, because your mama keep you in all the Jordans and all the designer, keep your hair twisted and done. And she doing all this while you got a 1.3 in school. Why she's doing all this while you doing terrible too. But I digress, y'all. I digress. I think for this portion, I think this is the last story on this, and y'all already know it's going to be just as tragic as all the last ones, man, because this is crazy.
All week, a 15-year-old boy is charged with shooting and killing his sister earlier this week. Prosecutors are charging that teen as an adult. AJ Bayatpour has been going through those documents and joins us now with what we've learned today. AJ?
Natalie, the Milwaukee County DA's office filed charges today against the teen accused of killing his sister, 30-year-old Ashley Hudson. They also charged one of Hudson's sisters and Hudson's mother, who just last night told us things that at least one witness disputes based on these new court records.
Let me stop this for 1 second. Did y'all just hear what this man said? This is a story that happened 3 to 4 weeks ago in Milwaukee, man. A brother, his sister, and their mama approach their sister, starts a fight with her, and the brother shoots her. So the brother, the sister, and the mama is arrested for killing this young woman. And if y'all think that's disturbing, check out the details of this crap. It is absolutely 100% sad.
Records. On Friday, only candle wax and messages and sidewalk chalk are what remain at the corner of MLK Drive and Valete Street. 3 days earlier, family and friends remembered Ashley Hudson at the spot where her life ended.
I'm shocked, but not too shocked because, like I said, I kind of figured they always, they family always had long history of fighting and feuding among siblings.
No. Did y'all hear what this? Now, let me give y'all some perspective in case y'all missed anything. That was Ashley Hudson's father. That was the victim's father. Explaining to a reporter that, I'm shocked, but I'm really not shocked. They've been doing this type of shit forever. Like, I'm shocked, but not shocked that they killed my daughter because they've been exhibiting this type of violent behavior towards one another forever. And nigga, you at no point felt that it was your responsibility as the father, as the man, as the leader to put an end to this type of nonsense before this tragedy occurred. And who's to blame for that, I guess, y'all? I guess who's to blame for this? Is this slavery or racism? Maybe. Or is it systematic racism, institutionalized racism? Maybe that's... Come on, y'all, let's finish.
Relatives describe a fractured family.
The stuff that we said to each other, it wasn't right, it wasn't fair.
I didn't never think it can get to this point, but it always been like this. Like they all.
That's her sisters. Them two was her sisters. You never thought it'd get to this point, but it always was like this. Like, come on, man. Where's the old school, the real black family structure, man? Where is it, y'all? Where is it, man? Where is it when you couldn't even argue with your brother or your sister? Like, you couldn't even, man, listen, man, if mama or daddy found out y'all in there arguing and fussing and fighting, you couldn't even argue or fuss and fight your cousins. Anything that was family is off limits. But that no longer exists in black culture. Everyone's detached. Every kid hate their mama. Every boy hate their mama for making them a beta, and every girl hate their mama for making them an alpha. No detachment. No one cares about the community no more. So you know when no one's taking care of the community anymore, because no one gives a fuck about the community anymore. So who's taking care? Who's safeguarding our culture? No one. So now we have a complete influx of liberal ideas ruining us as a people. Now all of a sudden, we're gay. Now all of a sudden our men are masculine. Now all of a sudden our masculine men are girly. When have that ever been the truth in black culture? Men have always been manly. This is why a lot of racism did exist back in the day, because we was intimidating to white men. Because of our physical prowess, because we were men, we were masculine, we was alpha in nature. Women were nurturers, caregivers, but they were strong. They were strong nurturers. They never over-nurtured. Now these women are over-nurturing, but these dudes don't have no nature. All his natural inclinations is pulling him and pushing him towards masculinity. And here you is with a mama just beating back all your masculine traits to all of a sudden you become some beta bred ass fucking dude that will kill his sister in an argument, that will kill his girl because of a disagreement. And before I even introduce this next clip, we're going to finish this out, because this shit, I'm telling you, this shit actually happened in Wisconsin in the last few months. All of this, what I'm showing you, this actually happened, y'all. This is not no AI shit. This really happened. And then this is a lot of shit I didn't even include, because there was shit happening while I was clipping shit. And I said, oh man, we're going to say that for another one, because we have been on here all day. But let's finish this one out, y'all, before we get to this next one. This is the craziest one.
Always bumped heads. They always fought. It always been like this.
3 people are now charged in Hudson's death. Her sister, 21-year-old Aaliyah Friesen, her mom, 48-year-old Tara Hudson, and her 15-year-old brother, who we are not identifying at this time due to his age. Court records filed Friday show investigators relied on eyewitness accounts and cell phone videos. They show Friesen and another sister, 16 years old, attacking Hudson with a baseball bat.
Now check out this, y'all. Somebody was recording him shoot his sister, man. Check this shit out, y'all. I just wanted to warn y'all before this happened, because this is crazy.
The victim was holding a knife as if to keep the attackers at bay. At that point, the 15-year-old approached, and when he got within a few feet of Hudson, he fired at her from point-blank range.
He put it up to her, and she said, "Don't shoot me," and he shot her, and she stumbled all the way over here, and she fell on the floor.
Told our
and listen, y'all. Like I want y'all to check this out, because this reporter talked to the girl mom after this girl was killed. And then finally, y'all, like, listen to what the brother say after he killed his sister. Listen to what he said in the interrogation room after he killed his sister. Like, you can't tell me, man, this is not a culture in crisis, man. You can't tell me it's not, man.
Adam Reif, she doesn't know where her son got the gun, but one eyewitness told police he went to the mother's car and got a handgun.
The mama gave him a gun to kill her other kid. This is heart-wrenching, y'all. This is crazy that this sister, this 30-year-old sister, man, is no longer a mother. Her kids no longer have a mother. And at the hands of her uncle, their grandmama, and their auntie. Like, just imagine being a kid growing up and saying, I don't have a mama anymore because my auntie, uncle, and mama killed her. And grandmama, I'm sorry, killed her. Let me say this one more time. Just imagine growing up, telling your why to somebody, telling your story to somebody. And that story includes that my mama was killed by her brother, sister, and mama. My uncle, auntie, and grandmama took my mama away from me. That is sick, that is sad, and that is satanic, and that's really what happened, which makes it even more fucking crazy, because this is not a fake story, and it's sad. Listen to what the brother said, y'all.
Hudson also said she could not see who was shot, but police say the video contradicted her, and now she's charged with obstruction. Detectives say when they told the 15-year-old brother that his sister was dead, he allegedly replied, quote, "What's that got to do with me?" When they noted his lack of concern, they say he replied, quote, "Man, expletive, her."
Now, come on, y'all. Man, F your sister. You just killed your sister, fam. How is that possible? Like people just gonna just like glaze over this? Like, are we that desensitized that no one's concerned about a 15-year-old boy killing his 30-year-old sister alongside his other sister and his mama? This should be on everybody news channel. Everybody should be wondering what's going on, especially these so-called black leaders, these race hustlers. Y'all should be on top of this. We should be everywhere protesting this, because this is happening everywhere. You professional protesters don't even make no sense, y'all. And this is just a part of women being victims of violence. It was crazy, man. And that's just men killing women, man. Sisters, brothers killing sisters, men killing wives, boyfriends killing girlfriends. That's not even where it stopped. It's not just men violence against women. This is women, the increase of violence amongst women. Like, researching this story, man, I come across this incident that just happened in Michigan, man. Our bordering state, man. Listen to this story, man. Listen to how this little sister going to ruin her life and everybody else.
She's accused of plotting the murder of her manager at a McDonald's in East Point, and now she's being held on a bond set at $25 million.
The 26-year-old East Point woman faced a judge today as the family of the victim, Jennifer Harris, comes to grips with the tragic end to her life. Harris was stabbed to death Thursday morning at the McDonald's at 9 Mile and Schroeder in East Point.
7 News Detroit reporter Ruta Olsenida was inside the courtroom today when the suspect was formally charged with first-degree premeditated murder, and we learned of her violent past.
New details coming out in court on Friday about the gruesome and what prosecutors say was a calculated way to take the life of a mother of 6 and hardworking employee here at McDonald's. The suspect pleading not guilty to a multitude of
mother of 6 gone. Like, y'all, before we finish this video, let me try to make a quick analogy, man. Let me try to give y'all a glimpse into the world of black culture. Here's a sister, here's Sexy Red, Cardi B, Glorilla, Megan Thee Stallion, all these sisters promoting all this ratchet behavior through hip hop. Becomes a cultural phenomenon. Matter of fact, it becomes a staple in our culture. Now, it's not even debatable whether or not our women should be ratchet. Because now we accept it as part of our culture. Like, hey, black women are ratchet. Like, it's just so crazy. My grandmama would have called them fast asses, and that was unacceptable back in my day. Like, now it's trending. That is crazy. But this is what's happening. You have a girl that's influenced, probably by these same people. And when you see the video, when you see the details of the video, you guys are going to get a glimpse of what I'm talking about or where I'm going here. I could imagine this sister life because I didn't experience these type of situations. I mean, I was raised like this. I grew up in this. Here you have this sister, and this is probably the exact manager who hired her. And she probably went in there, probably didn't have no qualifications for this job. And this sister, she probably went in there, she probably told this sister, man, life is fucked up. Please give me a chance. Please give me a chance. I promise you I won't let you down. I won't let you down. And this sister looked at her sister, was able to empathize because she probably was in a similar situation at that age, going through life, experiencing life the same way this little sister did. So she's like, sister, I'm going to give you a shot. But listen, man, you got to be on time. You can't be wearing all them colorful hair and stuff like this. This is a commercial business. We got to service customer. You can't be snapped. Got to stop the ratchetness. Like, but I'm going to give you a shot to get your shit together. She get her sister a shot. First week, sister at work, she's learning, she's doing good. She's yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. 2 days later, you waiting for her to come to work. She don't even call. If she do call, she called 2 hours later. Say, I can't make it. What happened? I don't have a ride. My car broke down, and all the time she's laying up with some nigga. Don't want to leave. So you let it happen. You tell her, like, come on, girl, you can't be doing this. Like, I'm the manager. Like, these white people, I got 6 kids to take care of. Like, I can't be losing my job. Get her sister another chance. Start sending her home. Like, come on, you got to go home. Still giving another chance because when you hear the details of the story, you're going to see that the sister sent her home a couple of times. So it wasn't no quick dismissal. I didn't say I fired you. I sent you home because I'm steady giving you a chance, sister. I'm trying to tell you, like, you got to get your shit together. Like, this is how this story happened. I'm willing to bet you, man. And that sister gets sent home, and that sister always in her face, like, sister, I gave you an opportunity, and now you're disrespecting me by not taking advantage of this opportunity, and that's unacceptable. And so now all of a sudden, this sister who she was saying yes, ma'am, to when they gave her the job and told us how she was so grateful and thankful for giving this woman, giving her a chance, now she's hating this woman. Now she's saying, oh my God, this woman is against me. She can't stand me. She's a terrible boss. She's a terrible, they're just geeking herself up to do the unimaginable. But that's how corrupt our culture is. Like any insult, any emotional hurt you feel, you can respond in the most drastic ways, and it's okay in Black culture. Like I'm talking about, like, we protest over police killing 20 unarmed men a year. I'm talking about we'll do a national protest against that. We won't protest all these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of black on black murders. We won't, man, we won't even start a march. We won't even, man, it is ridiculous that this is accepted in our culture, man. Not only is it accepted, this type of shit is promoted in our culture. And you know why it's accepted and promoted? Because no one's held accountable. Because when the liberals look at this, they say, oh, there's a victim. This girl is not responsible for her actions. She's the victim of 400 years of slavery, of institutional systemic racism. She's a victim. And then you have the mama or the parent of this child say, oh my God, I can't believe it was my baby. We didn't raise her like that. Yeah, because you didn't spend too much time raising her at all. And I'm telling you why I'm telling these people's story. I'm telling you these people's story because this was my story, man. This is every house around me, including my own. I'm not saying I wasn't affected by this cultural defect, because I most definitely was. I probably am a bright example of it. I done done everything that's been, to me, culturally despicable. I most definitely, for the most part of my life, man, been a corrupter of our culture. So I'm telling you, man, I am this with which I'm talking about, man. I'm just no longer accepting it as a norm, as a way. I'm no longer even accepting it's anything to do with blackness. Not real black culture. Real black culture don't do this. You don't hurt the person that's helping you. It's crazy. Let's finish this story, yeah.
Charges, including first-degree murder.
She stabbed the victim multiple times, up to possibly as many as 15 times, eventually causing her death.
Prosecution laying out the gruesome details of how 39-year-old Jennifer Jamma Harris lost her life at her place of work.
6 kids, y'all. No more mama. 6 kids, y'all. No more mama. Now I want you to understand, like 6 kids with no mama. 10 years from now, 6 kids with no mama could mean, I say roughly 10 years from now, that because of that, you can have 12 more kids without mamas. Because who's going to prevent these kids from becoming culturally defective? Who's going to prevent these kids from making emotional decisions? Who's going to teach these kids conflict resolution? Who? Social services? Who? Joanne Reed? Who are you liberal pundits on TV? Are you so-called women pundits? You so-called women advocates? Which one of y'all gonna come in, man, and help this girl kids get raised now? I guess the little girl who did this, I guess she finna be the victim of domestic violence, the victim of sexual abuse when she was a child. All this shit finna happen. It's gonna be so many ways in which they're gonna avoid accountability, y'all, that is gonna be sickening. And I don't see how you ever have any cultural excellence and it's missing accountability. There's nowhere in the world you get to any excellence in anything without taking account. But I digress. Let's finish, y'all.
Work at the East Point McDonald's near 9 Mile and Schroeder Thursday morning. The suspect accused of her murder, 26-year-old East Point resident Afeni Muhammad, appearing in court virtually pleading not guilty. Her attorney arguing that Muhammad has had a difficult past.
Then I warn y'all of that. Then I say, look, they're starting already, and look at the white liberal. This is why Muhammad say, man, the most worst white person is a liberal white person, man. Boy, they so quick. Boy, they finna already start making this girl the victim. Boy, that is some ridiculous, demonic shit if I ever seen it. This girl, this is her first court hearing. And the lawyer already making her the victim.
It was an extremely abusive relationship that was not only mental but physical.
Detectives say Thursday morning,
Dude. I digress.
Muhammad was sent home from work early. Before leaving, she told her manager and the victim that she'll be back.
When Muhammad returned to stab Harris, she entered the back entrance with a hooded mask over her face in an attempt to conceal her identity and attempted to flee the scene after the stabbing, but was stopped by an armed customer.
East Point.
So you premeditated this murder, sister. You told them you was coming back, and you came back and stabbed this sister over 13 times. That is so sick, so sad. And not only that, you ain't even showing remorse. I mean, you looking in that camera like you arrested for a DUI or something, or for shoplifting. You look like you ain't facing nothing but a fine or a ticket. Like this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, this is the culture that persists in the black community. Like, it's where you like numb to shit. You numb to consequences. I'm talking about you brought up thinking that this is the way your life's supposed to go anyway. I mean, black folks is brought up thinking they supposed to be dead, killed early, or dead, or in jail. And if they not, they consider themselves lucky. They don't even got enough cultural integrity or enough cultural awareness to know that, nigga, all that is a result of decision, not luck. If you guys took some account and start being responsible for the decisions you make, you won't be blaming nothing else. And you won't have to because you won't be going through much of this shit. If you stop taking yourself through this shit, start making decisions, man. And stop blaming every fucking thing on everybody else. So despicable. Absolutely ridiculous.
Police tell me in their investigation, they also considered the suspect's social media posts where she is seen waving around a knife in one Instagram video.
Look at her.
And discussing being sent home early by Jennifer Harris in previous incidents.
But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that.
Due to
So you think this sister just sending you home early for nothing? Knowing that she need help. It ain't like she got a line of applicants for this McDonald's job. So knowing she need help, so she's sending you home, you must be terrible as an employee. And I could tell from this video, I could tell from the actions of yourself, I could tell you was a terrible, disrespectful, ungrateful little heifer. I can tell by the expression of your face while I'm looking at it right now that you still don't take account of what you just did. You still in that cell like, man, that bitch shouldn't have pissed me off. You ain't even understanding the harm and hurt you just caused because you still so suffocated by the so-called disrespect or the emotional stress that this woman put in your life that caused you to do this, that's all that matters. The fact that she caused you some emotional disturbance, you thought that warrant taking her life. All righty. That's black culture then. Y'all can keep that shit. I promise you that, man.
the suspect having a record in Virginia for a similar crime involving another knife, the judge set her bond at $25 million cash or surety.
Due to the
Now, if we can't, y'all, let me sit up a little bit here, man, so y'all can get the gist of what I just showed y'all, man. All of those, man, was crimes, man, of violence against women by men, by siblings, and by other women. This is all recent stories. This is not 10-year-old stories, 5-year-old stories, none of that. These are recent stories that happen locally. I'm telling y'all, man, this is just locally. All this crap is happening all around the country. And researching this, I also found out, man, that black women are 20 times more likely to be a victim of violence than any other ethnicity of women. That's 20 times, y'all. We make up 13% of the population, yet we are a victim of violence. Women are a victim of violence 20% more than any other group of women. That's for every one white woman that get assaulted, 20 black women are being violated at the exact same time. And that's not even the real statistics, because being from the black community, we know a lot of domestic abuse doesn't even get reported. Man, I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm gonna tell y'all this story, man, because it was so traumatizing to me as a child. I'm gonna tell y'all a personal story, man. My mama was of the type I talk about. My mama was of an alpha type. She was a single mom. She left my dad. He was out of town doing some sales. She moved me and my brother and sister from small country, Hopkins Park, Illinois. She moved us to Milwaukee while he was out of town he was a salesman doing sales. She left him and moved us to Milwaukee. We get to Milwaukee, my mama get a boyfriend. She has this boyfriend for years. Mind you, my mama alpha type. My mama say whatever comes out of her mouth. She don't give a fuck who you is. She'll call you a fag or bitch, whatever. She don't care if you a man or woman or whoever. That's how she was. So I remember one night, man, we at home, my mama boyfriend, me and my brother, we at home. My mama boyfriend comes home first. He's drunk. He leaves the bar. He's drunk. He come in. He falls asleep in the living room. So about an hour later, my mom's come in. He's sleep in the living room. My mom wakes him up, picking a fight with him, punch him like, "Where your drunk ass been, bitch ass nigga, get up." Woo. He like, "Man, Mary, leave me alone, man. I'm trying to get some damn sleep. I'm drunk." She kept fucking with him. So finally they get into it. So she's hitting him. He stand up. grab a knife, slice her face, like damn near slit her throat, slice her face. And I'll never forget this. Me and my brothers in the hallway, and it happened at the doorway of the kitchen. And my mama turned around and she blood everywhere, man. Her skin just split wide open, man. And she looked at me and my brother. I promise you, this is what I'm telling you. Like, this is how I can validate that some of this shit is not being reported. My mama looked at me and my brother and said, when the ambulance and police get here, y'all don't say he cut me. Y'all say he had the knife in his hand and I ran into the knife. That was my mama advice to me and my brother to tell the police after witnessing this dude an inch away from slicing her jugular. Like, that's the type of cultural corruption that exists in the black community that don't nobody want to address. Don't nobody want to address that. And when I got older, didn't even know this, I got grown, my mama tell me, well, we hit it on your daddy because he was abusive. Well, Mom, every boyfriend I seen you with after my dad was abusive. So it's like I just don't get it, but that's how messed up we is. And no one wants to address it. And that was just the violence against women. We haven't even touched on the violence against kids and teenagers. I'm not going to even pull too many of them stories up, but I have to pull this one up. And I promise you, I warn you guys, man, this one here is heart-wrenching, man. And this actually happened not even 2 weeks ago in Milwaukee, y'all. A father kills his fucking son, y'all. Check this shit out. On purpose, intentionally.
A 4-year-old boy was shot Thursday night in this apartment near Northridge Lake. Neighbor Tangela Williams says she was outside with her own kids when she heard that shot. Then she heard her neighbor.
The mom, she just came outside. She was just screaming like, my baby, my baby, my baby.
Williams says she and 2 others rushed into the apartment to help.
We were trying to save him, but we couldn't. We did CPR and he was just laying there lifeless.
Milwaukee police say they're still investigating the child's death. They would not say whether it was intentional or an accident.
He had
Listen to this part, y'all. Listen to this part, man. If this is not heart-wrenching. This sister almost broke down in tears even describing this crap, man. This is so fucking terrible, man. You niggas are sick.
A hole in the back of his head. Like, a hole was in the back of this baby's head.
A hole was in the back of this baby's head, y'all.
And she's performing CPR on him.
MPD said it's referring charges to the district attorney's office. Milwaukee police records show 2 people were arrested at the address. A 34-year-old man on suspicion of first-degree intentional homicide. Police also arrested a 33-year-old woman on suspicion of aiding and abetting a felon.
I told the officers, I'm like, she gave me her purse, could y'all take this? It might be a handgun in it, and it was.
Now, did y'all see that? Like, dude intentionally shot his 4-year-old son in the head. Now, it's details that you guys don't know. This is, I think, maybe 4 or 5 days over. So it's been some latest updates on this story. Come to find out that not only did this man intentionally shoot his son in the head, he shot through his mouth. He put the gun in his mouth and blew out this baby's brain, y'all. They found gunpowder residue on the boy's lips. This sick, twisted, satanic bastard. So demonic, so evil, man. And this is what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna give y'all an example of what real black culture looked like, because this guy went to court and he had a black administrative law judge. He had a black probable cause hearing judge. And this judge let this man know, like, this is how sick what you did is. Check this out. And watch the look on this fool face, knowing how demonic and satanic, how crazy that shit is he just did. Look at this, y'all.
A 4-year-old boy is dead.
His 4-year-old son appeared in court for the first time this morning.
Milwaukee County Court Commissioner Barry Phillips had this strongly worded message for 35-year-old Ralph Taylor.
This was not a tragedy. This was an assassination. And if the allegations in this complaint are true,
Dog, man, that is the best way to describe it. This is not a tragedy, nigga. This is an assassination, fool. Just assassinated your fucking seed. Just assassinated your son. You just killed the very person, dog, who needed you and depended on you most. The level in which you have let your community down, the way in which you have let your family, the way in which you have let this boy down. How can you be, man, listen to what I'm saying. How can you be the start of something and the ender of what you started, man? How can you create and destroy your own legacy, fool? You have to be corrupt. You have to be perverted. This is the direct result, man, of cultural corruption. This is not mental illness. People like to say this is mental illness. This is that. Everybody likes to throw around all these terms to justify and excuse the type of shit that goes on in the black community. They was just the victims of this. They the victim of something. This excuses all this heinous behavior. Well, that is absolutely 100% unacceptable. You guys will never get me justifying no garbage on none of my platforms, not in my personal life, not on my platform. You niggas will never get me justifying the crap y'all do. Because I'm not going to even justify the crap I did when I was lost in that corruption. So if I took account, I'm damn sure going to demand that y'all take account. Because all that went wrong in my life was a direct result of the decisions I was making. And I take account of that now. My life is a whole lot better because I'm making better decisions because I know I am in control of what I become. I'm not blaming nobody else for no conditions I find myself in. That's all my responsibility. And if, boy, we can buckle up, man, and conclude that all as a community, man, a whole bunch of this crap, man, we won't be hearing about it no more.
And you are still afforded the right to the presumption of evidence. But if these allegations are true, you are a baby killer.
And worse
than that. And the only thing worse than a baby killer is a person that kills their own baby.
Yeah. Y'all see that face? That's how demonic. It looked like he's already been controlled by a demonic spirit. Just their reaction. Like he want to blame something else or somebody else already, man.
Taylor was visibly upset throughout the hearing. His son has been identified as Ralph Taylor III. Taylor is accused of shooting the boy last week at an apartment near 75th and Northridge Lakes on the city's north side. Police say he shot his son in the head.
Like, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. And that, you would think that I would have ended this with that. You would think. But nope. I have more. Regrettably, y'all. Probably not as tragic, but still point to the point of cultural corruption. Just check this out. I'm sure all you guys heard of the 7-year-old boy, Jamal White, who got kidnapped in front of his home riding his bike in Milwaukee. I'm quite sure you guys heard that. So I feel it incumbent that we talk about this because this is the complete story. Because now the story is complete. Now it just wasn't that a boy was kidnapped. Now we found out that the father ran and abandoned the son out there to get kidnapped. We found out that the mama was some drug dealer and they was robbing her for a ransom and they kidnapped the son. We find out that she's talking to the ransom guys at the same time. The police trying to find her son. She's talking to the people and not even telling the police. She's talking to the kidnappers and the police. She's impeding the police investigation by not sharing information that's relevant to the kidnapping. So now the boy staying overnight at some kid. It's just crazy. You know? Check out the story. You know? Check out the completed story. It's not complete yet, but This is crazy, yeah.
More arrests in the abduction of a 7-year-old Milwaukee boy.
Yeah, that kidnapping sparked a statewide Amber Alert. Tonight, court documents indicate the mother impeded the investigation. 12 News' Hannah Hilliard live in the newsroom for us tonight.
And Hannah, those new court documents reveal a chaotic chain of events.
Certainly, Deanna and Blake, the new court documents are for the first time pointing to a motive in this case. Police say the masked men who snatched little Jamal White held the boy for ransom, demanding money and jewelry from his mother. And investigators tonight now saying mom knew more than she ever let on to police.
Dramatic new details in the abduction of 7-year-old Jamal White. Prosecutors say the motive was to rob his mother, Siobhan Williams. They believe Corey Williams conspired with another man and a 14-year-old boy, targeting someone they considered a, quote, well-known drug dealer.
Now, what they're trying to fish out, what they can't find out here is whether these two guys, her name is Williams, his name is Williams, so they're trying to figure out, and they kind of looking like too, y'all, keeping it real. They kind of resemble. So they're trying to see if they're related. But we most definitely should point out, y'all, that right after the kidnapping, these guys, the kidnappers, was in touch with the mom. So I don't know how they would have got the mom number and all of that crap if they didn't know the mom, because they was calling her before she even called for the police, before they even called by the kidnappers. The girl was already on the phone with the kidnappers. So for some reason, she had to know these people somewhere, because in order for them to have a number, in order for them to be in contact with her, in order for them to be trying to get a ransom for little Jamal. So just a tad little nuance to the story, y'all. Make sure y'all get that.
When Siobhan Williams wasn't home, they went to 61st and Houston to rob Jamal's dad instead.
They jumped out right here.
What unfolded next was terrifying. Surveillance video shows the boy on his bike.
And this the part that get me, y'all. To see this man leave his son and to hear his son screaming for daddy. Like, just imagine how traumatized this kid is after this. And to scream for daddy, man, and for daddy to run. Oh my God, like, come on, like this. Before we go on, like, y'all. Like this just show you like what type of dudes being raised by you so-called strong, independent women who don't need a nigga, who don't need a father. This should show you what type of men that you guys are creating. Dude, because it's not, I'm not calling the man a coward or a bitch or none of that for leaving his son. I'm telling you, boy, why ain't your instincts trained better? Your instincts should have made you protect your son. See, you got girly instincts. Respond like a girl. You don't have man instincts. Men run towards the drama. Men prefer to collide with barriers, to collide with opposition. Men don't shy away or run away from opposition. Man meets it fucking head on, man. It's your responsibility as a man. How you gonna protect and flee? It's crazy, man. And I'm saying, dog, I know in that spirit of moment, man, you probably wouldn't even consider the fact that your son was in danger. I know you probably was just like, oh shit, these niggas got me. You probably thought they was finna start. I understand in the spirit of moment how that can be an instinct, but not when your son's around you. But no one trained your instincts, my mans. No one trained, man. When you saturate masculinity, when I'm talking to all you feminists, all you sisters, all you women, feminists, when y'all saturate masculinity, this is the level of protection y'all get from y'all men. When y'all want to make them more kindly and gentler, more emotionally attentive, more vulnerable, this is the instincts you get from your man. He's going to flee from you before he protects you. And it's crazy because the most crazy shit out there is you women are making these type of men and women because y'all want to raise these kids on y'all own, and y'all are creating the women Y'all are creating women who can't stand a man that you're creating. Y'all are creating a woman that emulates you, that is strong, independent, and alpha and don't need a man. And y'all creating a man that's more kindly and gently and more girly like you and more emotional like you. And so you're creating a type of woman who can't stand the type of man that you're creating. And you're creating the type of man who can't stand the type of woman you're creating. So how on the earth is our race going to survive this type of division, this type of corruption, this type of perversion? How can our race survive that when the giver of life and the carrier of life are no longer compatible, are no longer attracted to one another? I'm trying to tell you, man. We better adjust what we think about ourselves culturally for damn sure. We better start these conversations. We better start having them in a more responsible, enlightened way. Because I'm telling you, it's no longer acceptable. It's no longer acceptable, man, to keep blaming historical events for our current situations. It's not sustainable. We can't survive. Our future can't be clouded with historical context. Our time is now and our future is later. So we focus on the now so we can get to the later. Because I promise you, all those barriers that our forefathers and our grandmamas and granddaddies fought for, those barriers don't exist. They won, y'all. They succeeded. And trust me, y'all, they never fought for nobody to hand us shit. Our forefathers, man, our ancestors, man, they fought for the ability to have individual liberties, man. They wanted their rights to have human rights. They never protest, never fought, never argued, never complained, never asked for nobody to give them nothing, to hand them nothing, to give them shit. Only thing they ever wanted. Any historical protest or any historical real movement that's been managed by black folks have always been that we want independence. We don't need no hand-ons, no hand-ups. We need hands off. This has always been the Negro approach to excellence. Now, all of a sudden, we're government dependent. Now we're a culture of dependency, of culture of excuses, a culture of victim standing, a culture of hate. It's absolutely absurd and it's disgusting. But let's finish, y'all.
When people in this white Jeep jump out, one appearing to be armed tried to follow Dad into the home. The other chased Jamal up the driveway. The kidnapper eventually returns into the frame with the 7-year-old in his arms, putting him in their getaway car.
If you have any information, just please call authorities. We just need him home safe.
A criminal complaint says the little boy heard the accused abductors talking to his mom on the phone and
look at this shit, man. While the son is kidnapped, while he's abducted, he's hearing the kidnappers talk to his mom on the phone. Like, just check it out, y'all. This is crazy.
Quote, heard his mom say that she was going to come and pick him up, but she never came. When investigators questioned him, he, quote, teared up during the interview because his mom did not pick him up. That same criminal complaint says the kidnappers demanded $100,000 in jewelry in exchange for Jamal. In total, investigators believe the suspects called Jamal's mom 40 times from 7:33 p.m. Friday to 2:39 a.m. Saturday.
See, look at that. She was talking, they talked to her over 40 times from the time of the kidnapping until 2:39 a.m. the next day. And all this time, she wasn't even telling the police she was in contact with the kidnappers. Like, this is absurd, girl.
All while police searched for him, and a statewide Amber Alert was later issued. A just unsealed search warrant says Siobhan Williams, quote, repeatedly refused not only to provide a statement, but also to disclose information regarding the kidnapping of her son.
Like, why would you impede an investigation into the kidnapping of your son? You don't know if these idiots, even though I know you know these idiots because it's obvious you know these people. How else they fucking get your number? So it's pretty obvious you know these people who kidnap, even if you know these people. Like, girl, you don't impede the investigation because you don't know what these idiots gonna do to your son. This shit is all over the news, everything. So they might feel like desperate and fucking kill your son. Like, what the fuck could that been? Like, girl, there's no reason for you to be knowing who did it and not telling them fucking who did it, man. Like, is you crazy? You don't know what these fools could have done to that baby. If they stupid enough to kidnap the baby at gunpoint, they ain't no telling where the fuck. Man, I digress, y'all.
Quote, this impeded the police investigation.
Oh my Lord, they got him. That's him.
Police did eventually find the 7-year-old in the home where they found suspect Corey Williams hiding in the attic.
Now, thank God they found the little boy, man. Thank God they got the little boy. I'm sure he's not home. I'm sure he's probably in children's custody, children's services custody, because the mom got arrested. I heard she's on a PO hold for impeding the police investigation, which is more than likely something that is warranted in this situation. It's something she deserves, because I find it absolutely 100% despicable that you'll prefer to put your son in danger than to be a snitch into aiding the police and saving your son's life. Like, this is what I mean by cultural corruption, y'all. This is a culture in crisis. There should be no set of circumstances where someone is trying to help you and you should be hindering that help. Like, it's crazy as hell to me. Like this is, I'm telling you, like, I hate to keep even calling this black folk shit, because it's not black folk shit. This is a culture that's been corrupted by all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to keep saying it's black, because black is really just, a darker skin color. So I'm just going to say the culture that has took over the black community is a culture in crisis. I'm telling you, there's nothing about the current state of black culture that's reflective of real, true black culture. Like, I'm trying to say it politically correct. I really want to be on here cussing and screaming, because this is really heartfelt. This is really hurtful to be doing a podcast about. This is really, like, depressing and shit. And I really want to be angry. I really want to be cussing out, because all of this shit can be prevented. All this shit could be avoided. All this shit is a result of ignorance and ridiculous cultural corruption. Like, it's just ridiculous that these are people way of living. These are people lifestyles. Like, that's how corrupt this culture is. Like, people are doing this every day. They're going out facing the same threat. I'm talking about happy with a smile on their face. They shaking hands. They hides them up. They going around the same threat with the same gun, facing the same danger, facing the same life every day. And they wake up every day to repeat this cycle until they either get killed or go to jail or they kill someone. They repeat this cycle every day. And this is happening all the way down here at the bottom. I don't know what you bougie Negroes is experiencing up there at the top, but I'm telling you what's happening down here with us regular Negroes, us field Negroes. And I know all you bougie liberals like to think because us Negroes down the bottom tend to be more pro-American and more conservative. Y'all like to call us coons and Uncle Toms. Y'all like to say we the house Negroes and y'all the field Negroes. Well, let me be specific in this. I promise you, mama, that this culture that you guys are exhibiting, this crap, this culture was not developed in the field. You know where this culture came from? You know the culture you guys advocate for? I'm talking about all you Beta brothers. I'm talking about you Joanne Reeds and you Abby Phillips, all you liberal screaming black folks who keep saying that black culture was originated in the cotton fields down south. Let me tell you something. That's not where today's culture of blackness came from. Today's blackness of culture didn't come from the fields of the plantation. It came from the house of the plantation. See, you Negroes, Y'all culture was given to y'all by the house. Not the house Negro, but the master of the plantation. Y'all culture come from that. Y'all think we raised the culture from chitlins and cotton picking and collard greens? Y'all think these are cultural phenomenons that we willed out of nothing? Like, I don't even know that these are the leftovers them people gave us, and we ate it and we made it a cultural phenomenon, and we proud of making this a cultural phenomenon. We're proud of taking all this unhealthy. Man, once again, I digress, man. Here go the last story, man. And it's crazy, man, because it's involving a 13-year-old teen, man, shot by other teenagers, man. It's an accident, but it just goes to show you, like, how the level of violence that's being perpetrated, you know, amongst black women and black teenager and kids, it's just crazy, y'all. It's just crazy, y'all. Check this out.
Is dead after a shooting Milwaukee police are calling unintentional. And now 2 more teens are under arrest. Fox 6's Bria Jones is here with the new data showing a rise in fatal youth violence.
Kim, today we were able to get new data from Milwaukee police. Year to date, there have been more children killed by firearms than last year. The most recent, a 13-year-old shot and...
And this is a 13-year-old girl, y'all. Just check it out.
Killed last night. Heartbreak at 32nd and Valide.
A life is a life, but to have a child shot.
Milwaukee police say a 13-year-old was unintentionally shot and killed Wednesday night just after 8. Joyce Elm lived several houses down.
And an ambulance came, and then the coroner, and that's what really kind of hits you. And then you know for sure what had happened. They blocked the roads off for about 4.5 hours.
Detectives say the suspect was negligently handling a firearm when the teen was shot and killed. 2 14-year-olds, a male and female, were taken into custody.
And they were sitting in a car across the street with the door open. They were questioning them. They were just sobbing. And I couldn't handle it no more. I went in because I'd been crying too.
New data from MPD shows there have...
Now look at this uptick. Look at this uptick in teenage. 13 juvenile-related homicides. This is just in Milwaukee, y'all. This is just the beginning of 2025. Look at that. 24 children non-fatally shot in 2025. This is Milwaukee, y'all. This is our county. Like, this is like halfway through the year. And it's already 13 kids as a result of violence who will never get to see what their future would have been like. Who would never get an opportunity to see what it's like to be a father, a mama, or none of that, man. Been a success. Like if one of these kids wanted to be a football player, a basketball player, they never get to experience that because their life was tragically cut short. Because we have a fucking crisis in our culture. This is 13, 14, 14-year-old kids in the car playing with pistols. Now, come on, y'all. And I know y'all saying, well, what they got to do with that's an accidental shooting. Let me tell you why this have cultural connections. Because you see this in every house you go through in the hood. An uncle, a brother, somebody got a pistol. There's kids around. Somebody laying a pistol on the table, the pistol on the counter, the pistol this. Somewhere, there's pistols everywhere. With switches on them and extendo clips everywhere now. Around the kids, in front of the kids, laid next to the kids. So easy for a 13, 14-year-old to get a pistol now. Back in my day, it was damn near impossible to get a gun. You couldn't even be 18 years old and have a gun. You probably had a 22 or something. You got one of you guys stumbled up on in a burglary. But this is crazy, man. This is crazy because this is a lot of shootings, man. 93 kids survived shootings. 130 children survived in 2023. This is recent numbers, man. Hundreds of kids being shot a year in just Milwaukee. So you can know what's happening in them bigger cities. around this great country of ours. Like, y'all, we got to address this, and we got to stop thinking, man, that politics and governments and entitlements and programs and shit like that is the solution. No, man, we got to start addressing the culture that's leading us down this fucking road, man. I'm telling you, man, the way in which we are perceiving, man, our opposition or our obstacles is completely erroneous, man. I mean, we so screwed up, we so perverse, man. We sitting here, man. We sitting up here, man, harming the help. I mean, you got people talking about they not going to take advantage of all these opportunities because Trump gave them to them. Man, y'all is crazy, man. So we're going to stay stuck in this month. Just because y'all want to stay loyal to the liberals, loyal to the Democrats, loyal to the people who have corrupted your culture. They're the sole one. They the one promoting all the victims standing in your hood. They're the one telling you you're the victim. They're the one promoting victimizing. They're promoting victim standing. I mean, that's their platform. You're a victim. You're a victim, and they're the victimizers. Let's get the victimizers. You're not to blame for anything that happens with you. They are victimizing you. These white supremacists. They was enslaving you 400 years ago. They're enslaving you now. It's just psychologically and mentally. No, I'm going to tell you what's happening. You fucking lousy ass liberals. Is you right? You goddamn sure well doing the enslaving. And you know how you guys got us enslavers? Is y'all corrupted our culture. You people that tricked us to believe that the culture of the master was the same culture that was being created in the fields. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm going to tell you what was created in that field. Independence, a quest and a desire for individual liberties. There was communion in that field. Everybody helped. Everybody assisted. There was responsibility in that field. There was accountability in that field. That's the culture that black folks built in them fields. Now, this culture that we living in now, this shit was handed to us from out that house. This the master's culture. Now they call it liberalism. Do the math, because I'll tell you for sure one thing for sure, man. It was the Democrats in that motherfucking house back in slavery days. There was Democratic masters. And I'm telling you right now, we still got the same Democratic master. Let's finish this out, y'all.
Been 13 juvenile firearm-related homicides so far this year. That's up from 10 in the same time period in 2024. 42 children have been shot so far this year, non-fatally. Last year, at this time, 48 had survived shootings. In total, 93 kids were involved in non-fatal shootings in 2024. That number down from 130 in 2023.
Lord help us. You know, something's got to be done. Too much violence in the city.
Well said, sister, man. Something has to be done, man. Something has to be done, man. Listen, man. I know this was a long video. I told you guys it was going to be a long video, and it's sad that it's so long because that means that I had a lot of material I had to explain or react to. That's what's sad about it, because all of this material was tragic and sad. And I'm telling you guys, there's a lot of clips I did not add because we really probably wouldn't even been able to get posted on YouTube. Because this is what black folks is doing to black folks now. This is what black folks is doing to this country now. Like, we used to be responsible for the construction of this country. We used to can take ownership in the construction of this company. We used to can take ownership of the construction of this country. Now, only thing we can take credit for is the not only thing we can take credit for is, we've been great in keeping the country entertained. We've been great at keeping the country entertained. It's sad, y'all. We are most definitely suffering. We're suffering, y'all. And I'm telling you, man, black culture is a culture in crisis. I'm telling you, like the threat level is high, y'all. Like some of these cultural perversions are existential threats to our even existence, to our continuous existence. Like if we don't get rid of some of this perverse ass culture, if we don't strip this shit out of our community, y'all, we won't have one. You see, we already divided. You see, here I am. I'm a hood cat from the bottom advocating for conservatism. That's how divided we is. Like, guys, the time is now. I mean, the golden age is up on us, y'all. If we don't take account and go claim and go get what's ours, there won't be a us anymore, y'all. This can be either the greatest next 3 years of Black America, or it can be the worst next 3 years for Black America. I'm telling y'all, the decision is not difficult. It's just a decision of account. All the decision is saying, man, whatever happens in my life, I'm going to be responsible for, and solely responsible for. Whatever happens in my community, we're going to be responsible for, solely us. Whatever happened on my block, whatever happened in my home, whatever happened in my school, we're going to be the ones accountable for it. I'm telling y'all, it's that easy. But we can't even get to there because we can't even get the little shit together. I mean, our culture is so corrupt. We can't even throw the little shit out of it. I mean, just think like I just was at my guy crib, man, and we was talking politics, of course. Debate, he's a screaming liberal. Of course, I wouldn't call myself a conservative. I would call myself an American patriot. A Black American patriot. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to start a coalition called Black American Patriots because I think, man, Black America, I think our true culture is in Americanism. I think Black America, I think that's what we remedy our culture with. I think we become more aligned with American values. I think we'll find more of our values. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I think a lot of our values is embedded into the American cultural system. I don't think y'all know that. I don't think that y'all don't understand that men influenced the founding, Black men influenced the founding of this country. And et cetera, and et cetera. Like Black men has always played a part, man, in the governing of this country, whether you guys know it or not. And I'm trying to tell y'all, like, this is our culture, American culture, the individual liberty, the person with the individual freedom to achieve all that God has for him without any infringement, without any enslavement, without any oppression. That's the American doctrine. Sound like a great culture for me, for Black folk. Now, I'm not saying that that's what America is, but that's the American idea. And I'm telling you, it's one we helped create. So I don't know why we got so far from it. Why we so anti-American? Like, I don't understand why we don't understand that's the corruption. And I don't know who's preaching anti-American propaganda more than the liberals, more than the Democrats. No, Black folk, I'm keeping it real. They want us to keep chopping off our penises. They want us to keep aborting our kids. They want us to stay up out of our churches. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is what they want for us. They have to keep us there. How else would they appeal to us? Their whole platform is screaming victim, 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 victim. How else would they even appeal to us if we stop being victims? Like, how else could they appeal to us if they didn't have nothing to offer us? All they got is victim standing. Oh, we're going to tax the rich to take care of the poor. Like, so at no point are you going to say, like, we're going to eliminate poverty. like this. This I promise y'all, this is why this show is called Uncommon Nonsense, because that got to be the most uncommon nonsense shit that could ever be constructed, man. You mean to tell me? Like, listen, y'all. You you simply mean to tell me that these people have put us in a position where, like, please hear me out. Like there's they have to keep us victims, y'all. So they have to keep us in conditions that align with their platform. Like, how you gonna be the party of victims when there's no victim? Like, for the life of me, I don't understand why they can't get that. Like, it's the easiest conclusion in the world, y'all. Like, if you're the party for victims and you're saying we're gonna tax the rich to give to the poor, at one point is you're gonna say we're gonna make the poor rich. So then nobody has to be taxed. Nobody has to be attacked or taxed. Like, see, that's more of the pro-American approach. That's more of the MAGA approach. The MAGA approach is like, listen, man, we want all y'all doing good so y'all can stop hating on the fact that we doing good. So what we gonna do, man, we gonna create some opportunities for you guys, man, to get up to the top with us, man, so we ain't gotta worry about you folks down there, man. Keep trying to tell us that we ain't earned what the hell we got. That's what's happening in America now, y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, folks. Like, we can get up and get out and get active and get something now. I'm telling you, like, we don't have to keep being the victims. We don't have to keep begging for help. We don't need nobody help. Like, that's it. That's all, y'all. And listen, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. If y'all found any value in this video, man, please, man, do your boy, man, a good one, man, and like and subscribe to this joint, man, because I really want to grow this channel so I can grow this conversation, man, because I really think that it's warranted, man. And I'm gonna start an installment of these culture and crisis series, man, probably once or twice a month or something, man, where I'm gonna take some cultural issues. They're not gonna all be Black American culture because I'm an American before I'm a Black American. They're gonna be just things that are attacking, that are deviating from American culture. So it might be anything that I think is deviating from the American culture. And I think it would be a great topic, a great conversation to have, man. I think it'd be a great conversation to have in America, man, talking about American culture and other cultural ethnicities. I think that would be a great conversation to have, man, so we can see what contributes to a lot of this crap, you know? So y'all know, man, same way as always, man. Stay out your body, man. Reside in your spirit. It's where your potential at, man. It's your boy, Big Meter. With one other episode, man, of Uncommon Nonsense, man. Peace, my beloveds. I'm out.